Hello. Hello, friends. How are we? How's it going? Right now, I'm sitting in my new fancy pants chair and I can't show it off. I need to take a photo of it. How are we doing? Steam. It's been a week. How are we? Who's all? Hey, it's Guspo. Still that disgusting yellow. And Bo is yodeling. Awesome. I do have my Velma cosplay on again, yeah. Alright, my Christmas penguins. Because Christmas penguins is a thing. Were you bodling to Aswan? Sorry, that's a really fucking obscure joke. I feel like that's like... Oh, Disco Elysium needs an update. Would you look at that? Probably should have checked that beforehand. Yeah, if anyone else gets that joke, then props to you. Right. I don't know what needs an update for. Ooh. Ooh! The final cut! Is that the... Wait a minute, is that the update I just got? What's different? Oh no, that's the one you can pre-order. The final cut's going to be the one that's got the voice acting and stuff like that. Got an additional 150,000 words. The thing that I love about it though is it's free. Like, it's a free upgrade. So if you've already got finger guns. If you've already got the game, get the final cut for free. Which is very cool. Oh, you can buy the album. That's pretty cool. You can buy a t-shirt that's just got the plastic bag on it. I feel like that really speaks to our hobo life. Let's see this t-shirt. That's cool. Ooh. $20. 20 quid, sorry. Maybe I need to get a Disco Elysium plastic bag t-shirt. I just feel that that would be appropriate for us. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag, something, blah blah, paper thin? Yes. Yes, I do. Is that a fucking... It's like that Katy Perry song, isn't it? Excuse me, I'm gonna eat some carrot. I'll go over here to eat it. There you go. Sorry you didn't get to hear my ASMR. Carrot crunching. Fireworks, that's right. It is a fucking Katy Perry song. Right. I told you, I'm not doing ASMR for the general public. You have to pay for that. It's an OnlyFans, but instead of like getting naked and stuff, it's just me eating carrot sticks for a whole hour. Wait 1 minute. Wait 1 minute. so glad you couldn't see that. I dropped my biscuit. Oh yeah, maybe we'll have an ASMR channel points reward. I like that. I think that's a good call. Right. I really love my new chair. Very. And hopefully very comfortable. Okay. So, how are we doing, by the way? How is it going? Only a couple of days till the C word. And I don't mean cunt. Oh. You've got a wheat hangover. I'm willing to say that sometimes they're worse than alcohol hangovers. There we go. They're different. Yeah, you end up so spaced out and just, but not like a not good spaced out. You know, you've not got a good spaced out because there's like different levels of being spaced out. You know, like generally, if you're having a good time and you're, you know, probably, you know, things I can't say on Twitch. But that's like a good spaced out. You're, you know, generally in a good place and you feel nice. But when you get that sort of hangover, yeah, it's like a dirty feel. It's like the brain equivalent of the way your mouth feels when you're hungover. It's basically like the brain equivalent of that. So I know exactly what you're talking about. Right. Tea is good. Tea is good. Biscuits are also good. I have a macaroon, which I'm gonna nom mostly because it shouldn't cause many ASMR sounds. I'm trying to eat non-audible foodstuffs. Tasty. Why do so many people hate coconut? What is that all about? Okay. Like, I don't understand the hate towards coconut. It's very pretty, isn't it? I feel like I just kind of want to chill out a bit and just... We could do that. Just have a a literal chill stream where just look at pretty things and listen to pretty noises. That's the thing, like, I don't think you're alone in hating coconut. It's a very, very hated substance. I'm just not sure why. I have to drink nut water because I'm too dehydrated for normal water, apparently. I'm gonna say something controversial here. If you drink more normal water, then the dehydration will kind of go away. Just saying. Right, so let's get ourselves up to speed. This is this basement. Now, up the stairs takes us to a door, which has a lot of buzzers. Not many of them answered. And we know that there's people upstairs. So we're trying to get to those people, basically. This is an ice cream maker. Oh, okay. What better to assuage the creeping sense of failure than some frozen fat and sugar? Excellent. That reminds me that we've got ice cream in the freezer. So, what's that? Basically, I think we want to find a way upstairs. Breaker box. Right. I did unplug both the cables. That is correct. We have mint chocolate chip ice cream. We also have cookie dough ice cream as well. This is the furnace where we spoke to people through. Yes. And we put some war paint on our face. I don't know if it's still on our face. I can't really. Yeah, we don't really get a view of our face. I think that's intentional. Cookie dough. Well, do you know what, mate? If the nut water is working for you, then I say drink your nut water. You know, you make it work for you. To be honest though, coconut water doesn't really taste very much like sort of desiccated coconut. Very different. That bit was too big for my mouth. Okay. So we went through this bit. This was the old RPG game that seemed to fail. And we need a password to get into that computer. So we will have a look at that. Try and work that out. What's this? Shoes in a puddle of melted snow. Hello? Postcard La Delta. Okay. Oh yeah, we got a gun, that's right. Antique gun. Postcard La Delta. The sunlight has made this postcard almost completely sepia toned. Midtown traffic passes. Overhead the ghosts of skyscrapers disappear into a beige midday mist. Overhead, sorry. Vapor rising from the delta on which the district was built. The postcard is Okay, well, I can't look at it or anything. Alright, so there's nothing up here. Maybe I've been drinking the wrong kind of... Oh, we could go that way. Maybe I've been drinking the wrong kind of nut water. There's a person. Well, let's see what's on your shelves first. This tray is full of dice. Colourful polyhedral dice, hundreds of them. Well, we know that's role-playing dice. Candy dispenser has been repurposed to contain dice. Well, what have you got to say for yourself?
Hello, I'm Nia.
Bird-like woman sits on the throne of tools with emerald light shining through her hair.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius.
Okay.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. What do you mean by milieu?
Yes, a milieu is like a call
Millie,
station.
sorry.
You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. I'm very glad you're watching. Oh,
Feel free to chill out, and hopefully this helps with your hangover.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
You must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
You know, like, I never really collected a lot of dice myself. And a lot of, obviously this year, our sort of Dungeons and Dragons playing went very online. But I can see how it's really easy to get stuck into collecting dice because, my god, people make the most stunning things. It would be a good, like, I can see how you could get really, really sucked into it. Yeah, it's just the things that people do with, like, the colours and the lucky dice are better. I agree. Once you've got your own set, you know, it's hard to find something else.
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong. Role-playing games, you know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count? Yeah. I like role-playing games and I need some dice.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set, unless you want something really unusual.
I do not have that amount of money.
Take a look around and see if there is any particular stone you want to use.
The walls around her are covered with rows of precious stones and minerals. Oh. This person means you, or no one else, absolutely no harm. She will answer freely and honestly. Yeah. Right, where are we anyway? What is this place? From inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. She looks at the ruddy bricks that make up the walls. Even though they've been repainted, there's still signs of coal-black soot here and there. Pronouncing dice but make it Italian. I'm not even going to attempt that. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus. Plaisance was right, there's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse. Creative. The lieutenant looks around the spacious room, ceiling fading into shadows above. Okay. Yeah, I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know that people are calling it the Doomed commercially? I've heard the stories, she nods, as the wind howls in from the furthest shaft above. But I don't think those stories are true. Okay. Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced that the place is swarming with malicious energies. Plaisance, the bookshop lady. She raises her brows. I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow? Alright. Yeah, the bookstore isn't doing that well. There's hardly any customers and she's had to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going. Well, that's the sort of vibe I got. Alright, but it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling and rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex. Oh, okay. Is that part of the Doomed commercial area? You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Centre project. Yeah, it's a separate building. The malicious energies can't reach there. Then there's me. She sighs, looking at her messy work table. All kinds of tools lie there scattered, from knives to carving files to wire cutters. I can't imagine a dice maker in this kind of environment is going to do incredibly well, to be honest. I've been here for 14 years selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it? Maybe, just maybe, the talk of malicious energies is bullshit. It's because she's in cahoots with demons. Yes, I'll be the first to admit there are inconsistencies in this so-called curse. I was just about to ask. She leans forward in her chair to study your face. What do you think? Do you think the curse is real? I mean, let's be honest. We don't really. We like to play about, but no, it's not. Evensies do roll dice. I mean, you know, if we go back to what the like, when did D&D start? 70s, maybe. If we go back that far, there was a hell of a lot of talk about. There's a lot of satanic panic about Dungeons and Dragons. The jig is up. The she-demon knows you've uncovered her true identity. Guspo thinks that the curse is real. Okay, who else thinks the curse is real? I mean, if I'm sort of role-playing my character, I don't think my character believes in the curse, but I think my character is a pure wind-up merchant. I think he just likes to be a bit of a dickhead, kind of prod here and there, just take the piss, basically. I don't think he really believes in it. Satanic Panic is a fantastic name for a band. I would be surprised if there wasn't a band out there called Satanic Panic. I'm going to be honest, because it's too good. The time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest. Okay. I think it might be you that's causing this. Oh. Do we want to be sensible here? I mean, we know there's no curse. Let's be honest. We know that her that's scared about the curse is just maybe a little bit superstitious. But I want to narrow my eyes very mysteriously, so let's do that. So I'm the Grand Dragon in the cave. She seems mildly entertained by this suggestion. Might I ask what supports this claim? I yelled to summon the ghost of the doomed commercial area and you were the one who answered. Yeah. Oh my, she says in mock despair. I've revealed myself. Oh, she's enjoying this. Okay. You better call the exorcists. I don't have to call anyone. I'm a ghost whisperer myself. Of course, she pinches the root of her nose. How convenient. Well, if you ever find a way to explain all those inconsistencies in the curse, then let me know. She turns back to her work. Okay. Oh, maybe she wasn't enjoying it as much as I thought. Blazons needs to hear about this. Perhaps if you combine your psychic energies, you'll make sense of the situation. Let's go through these. How did you become a dice maker? How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Okay. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there. Yeah, do you like role-playing games yourself? Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay, and role players as customers, they're nice people. Alright. She's thankful for the security they provide her. got you. Yeah, what do you know about the man who was lynched behind whirling in rags? Because that's basically the reason we're here. Nothing really, I didn't know him. The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window. The window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening? I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working out. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window. You often work Sunday nights? It's an odd profession making dice for people, but I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home. Okay, what do you mean by the daily ruckus? Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. She stops to try and come up with an example. During daytime, there are usually those kids, and lately I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike, okay. She's not sorry to disappoint you. Informing on someone in a murder investigation would intrude upon her focused existence. Okay. Makes sense. She looks up at the window, pale light comes in. I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid. Yeah, so you never took your eyes off the work to look out the window. I might have, she admits, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness. Okay, I believe her. It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone. Right, I believe her on this. Now we can't order any dice because we don't have enough money. So, okay. I am... I'm going to go back over this. Oh, she's not going to... Okay. I don't feel like we really got to a consistent sort of end about the curse thing, but I suppose we can see where that goes with Plaisance. Okay, do you know what happened to other tenants? Everyone else is gone. More or less, she adjusts the yellow scarf that covers her hair. Are you interested in anything specific? Alright. Hair salon? I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word. I mean, seems about right. You wouldn't like it either. The others would laugh at you. Yes, what's wrong with a bit of experimenting? The customer should have been more open-minded. I guess it just wasn't that time yet. Okay. The gym? It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's Boxing Club, a community project created to steer at-risk youths away from drug and crime. Okay, yeah, who was Artemitep? Sounds Egyptian. It's a cool name. My dad hates my hair. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie, the writing in this has been very astute. It's, you know, I don't want to comment too far, but it's what's this fragile masculinity all about, you know? So he was a kind man from Zmt? I'm gonna go with Zimsk. I think it just sounds like a noise. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger. That's why he wanted to start the gym. It's his way of giving back. Okay. Yeah, that's what Kuno needs. A community-centric boxing club. Kuno. Her eyes narrow in the dim light. Who's Kuno? Yes, he's a little ginger gremlin who likes to defile dead bodies. Yeah, that's it. As soon as you start giving yourself the same haircut. That's why, like, so my hair right now is quite long from what it was. But it also kind of makes me think of like 70s male, like 70s man hair. And so there's part of me that kind of wants to keep it like that just for a while, you know. So yes, the kid with the sailor's mouth. I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard. She looks out the window, her face reflecting back in the dark. I think it will take more than the gym to help that kid. Okay. Yeah, how did the community project work out? It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumour that the puncher bag downstairs was full of amphetamines. Oh. Yeah, you should have known it. Yeah, we're probably going to go back and check that out. Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's got much more peaceful around the plaza ever since. Okay. Yeah. Gus was saying the same about people having long hair. I mean, I'm not going to go, too deep into it here. I mean, we can have a discussion. I suppose it's not like I've got anywhere else to go right now. But the parents' obsession with, I know parents have an obsession with kids' clothes, which is weird. You know, the whole like policing other people's bodies is just not okay. But hair seems to be a really big one. And I don't understand it. I don't. There's such a weird stigma. There's so much like. His parents seem to have an obsession with their kids' hair. And I'll never understand it. I never ever. As a parent myself, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. If my kid wants to do whatever to their hair, like I don't really care. I don't understand it. It's a very very odd thing. Broken windows. This one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff menus. Oh, it's like snuff like radio shows. All right, that's weird. Yeah, exactly. Doing something to your hair is the least permanent thing because your hair is always going to grow. Doesn't matter if you shave it. Doesn't matter if you bleach it. Like it really, really, literally doesn't matter. Your hair's still going to grow. Like I've kind of always had the opinion, like, I've known people who've been like scared to cut their hair and that kind of thing. And I get it, it's a personal thing, no comment on that. But my opinion is always like, it's going to go back. Unless you've got a reason that stops your hair growing back, it's going to grow back. So it's incredibly confusing why there's so much obsession over it. And the thing is, like, how does it affect anyone else but the person whose hair is? It literally doesn't affect anyone else. Like, if someone got a big fucking tattoo on their forehead that said, like, fuck you, or something on it, again, it's their body, their rules, but, if you're with that person, then maybe when you're outside, you could get some aggression or whatever. But hair is like, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't understand it. Don't understand it at all. Okay. They never cleaned up the debris. Now it's just litter in the hallway, and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own. Yeah, what's a snuff meal? It's a sub Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Oh, lovely. Some people pay good money to get off on it. What does she mean to get off on it? Come on, brain. Don't worry, the ICP has a separate Insane Clown Posse? I just realised the initials. Has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-rosas. The lieutenant turns to you. This isn't our problem. Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators. Okay. Yes, did someone around here make stuffed animals? I saw mounts lying around. You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs. Okay. But what drugs? I need to know what drugs he was doing for my police report. He got high on some weird taxidermy chemicals. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Eventually, they caused him to lose control of his bladder. The smell was awful. Even you could probably do better than that. What do they mean by better? You can almost see it. A small, sickly old man hunched behind his work desk, his pants stained with old piss, stuffing a sad, stiff-legged raccoon dog. The entire scene looks tragic. Oh, jeez. I mean, the idea of insulting someone for their hair as well is just... I mean, I just hate that, because why would you insult a loved one, you know? Or something like hair. Well, why would you insult them anyway? So, you know, it's not good. Yes, it was the writers that wrote this. The writers wrote it. It might... I do agree it's metal as fuck, but it also sounds really fucking bad for you. I would not recommend getting high on taxidermy chemicals. Okay, I found some creepy mannequins. There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I've forgotten the head designer's name. We were doing well for a couple of years until the insect rights activists came. Okay. The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin. Is it chitin? Is it chitin? I can't remember how you pronounce that among the materials. Apparently it's made of the occident where it's extracted from beetle wings. Chitin? Is it chitin? I want to say it's chitin. I mean, come on. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest shitting suppliers. Which of course caused the price to skyrocket. I'm glad that someone took care of the little guys. I like insects. Yes, I do. Really? He looks at the windowsill where a dead fly is lying on its back, legs curled up in a bow tie. Anyway. Poor guy, suddenly get a feeling that insects are important to the case somehow. It's hard to say why. Alright. Also the rotor blades and skis. They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money. Rests her chin on her hand with an impish smile. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tallulah or Tumatiri or Catch the Core or wherever he is. Yeah, what did the transmissions say? The usual, I imagine, that he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns. Her smile widens before she sees the lieutenant's face behind you. Men like that are a curse. Oh. He's got personal stuff with something like that. Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess. Okay. I found a strange machine. Yes, we need the password to this. Fortress Accident, the radio game studio. Closes her eyes as some remnant of a memory lights up her face. Yeah, I mean, I would have thought that, like, she would have been involved with them if they were making a role-playing game and she makes role-playing dice. She liked them, okay. They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over a whirl. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules. What happened? The usual, they ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time. Okay. Yep. I did hear them talking at times. She looks at the hallways if she can still hear them chit-chat behind her curtains on the cigarette break. They seemed to believe there were historical individuals on some grand quest. Yeah, the project did look quite impressive. But when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. Okay. Yeah, it sounds about right. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic and to show up to work on time. She's right. Showing up to work on time is important. Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult, especially if you've been drinking. Yeah. It is hard. And so is producing something extraordinary. Her eyes wander to the shelves full of dye prototypes and discarded models. Something strains her face before she looks up again. Anything else? Yeah, we've got a couple. Terrifying taxidermied bear in the cellar. Oh boy, the fabled Revocol Ice City. You're in for a treat here. She smiles and leans closer, hands on her knees, like a stand-up comedian ready to tell a story. The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas. Alright, tell me, what were the other ideas? There was really just one, and involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighbourhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. Sounds incredible. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing. She leans back, disapproving. Yeah, sounds like she really didn't like those girls. Yeah, 26 per hour is disgusting. Oh, but they did. They did show up to work and not alone. There were also acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the ice cream stand. And they already had the bear. She closes her eyes as if remembering something painful. Okay, what about the bear? The bear, she repeats, pressing thumbs into her temple, like trying to suppress a headache. The bear was terrified. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted. Eventually, Revachol Ice City lost a price war to its rival, Glacé 5000. Glacé 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece out of regular fridges. Okay. I killed the bear. You did what? She rolls her swivel chair an inch closer to you, unsure that she heard you right. I had to kill the bear to become the bear. Yep, I had to kill the bear to become the bear. I can see, she nods, pointing to your war paint, the stripes. Mm-hmm. The stripes are what keeps me human. Yeah, I've been on Twitter too long. My brain doesn't go straight to the animal now when I read bear. That bear was one mighty mammal. The taxidermist who made it said it was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. He called it Megatherion. Ooh. Scary but cool. Yeah, Megatherion. Megatherion, not dice maker, a mega wild beast. Ooh, what's a mega wild beast? It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life. Okay. By telling you to do more drugs, mostly. Alright. A wise and noble beast guarding you toward the land where the streets are paved with drugs. Does my mind go to the lovely streamer person Bear Taffy? Not exactly. However, he probably would be considered a bear. So, you know, maybe a little bit. Oh, the necktie's talking to us again. The horrific necktie tightens around your neck, strangely excited, but it doesn't feel particularly fun this time around. Okay. I don't do drugs. I do drugs. I've got a vision beast myself. Is our vision beast our necktie? I think it might be. Do you? The dice maker raises an eyebrow. Well, good luck keeping it under control. Yeah, we've lost it. Oh, I know the story of the fallen ice cream empire now. Sweet. The temperature has dropped in the cover of the night. You see frost in the windows. Yeah, so we're at 9:20. And I know we need to talk to Kit. That's his name. After 9 PM. So once we've talked to her, I think we need to head back. Anything else? Another failed business? I've been here for a long time. Yes, I found the intercom, but it's not working. All right, she rubs her forehead. Her scarf has left a faint line on her dusty skin. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion. Okay. So the doorbell with the empty name card with yours. No, let's ask her about... Yeah, when we tried to talk to Slipstream, someone answered. She looks like she doesn't really believe you. It can't be true they don't work here anymore. They've been gone for years. Are you sure it was Slipstream? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore. Yeah, she said she was from Tricentennial Electrics. Tricentennial Electrics is a moment before she recognises the name. It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Oh, spooky. Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you? No, it was something else. It was eerie. Yes, it was something else. Something eerie. Pranks can be eerie. She looks as if she's still convinced there's nothing to be worried about. Okay. I do like the idea that our power animal is an insane talking tie, and I have to give this game props for not calling it spirit animal. I'm very glad that they've written it that way. Yeah, so the empty name card is yours. That's right, I haven't even written my name there. It's useless now because it doesn't work. Okay. Yeah, we spoke to the Whirling in Rags. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Centre project. That explains why you can call the Whirling from the intercom. Okay. So yeah, so then that means it's definitely part of the doomed commercial area. I agree, it is the curse. My advice, she raises her finger, don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, loriography, trick track, and especially pinball. Okay? Agreed, Lieutenant Chipson, pinball is the worst. His disdain for pinball could not be clearer. Okay, he really doesn't like pinball. Right. Yeah, I think that's us done with the intercom. So I've got a low percentage chance of that. Have we said everything else? I think we have. No, because we've done all of those. Okay. Well, she's been quite informative. I'm not gonna... I mean, we could smoke and ask her that. But I think we'll leave that just now. Yeah. Okay. So we need to report back to Plaisance. Okay. Oh, and we've got the lost bull, so we could go and do that. And end of day debrief. It's after 10 p.m. My mistake. Okay. So we should go and try. Is there any way to walk over here, or is it a dead? It's just a sort of dead end. Right. Okay. We should definitely try and speak to Plaisance if we get the chance. There's nothing else. Oh, that's her boots. Okay. Makes sense. We don't have a password yet for the... Nothing. It's all noisy and spooky. We've been in there. We know what's in there. So I think we can just slowly make our way outside. There. Okay, well this has been interesting. Ah, look, it's the gym. Can we check the... No. I want to check the punch bag for amphetamine. Oh yeah, I'm not going to lift this, that's right. I'm not going to... I will hurt myself if I try to do that. Have we picked up any bottles? We've picked up a lot of bottles actually, I never thought about that, yeah. Oh. She's closed for the night. Oh, okay, shit, we need to go the other way then. Oh god, I need to remember how to get the other way. Hey B, how's it going? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. You're investigating this spooky place. Is it this way? Right, so that way, that takes us up. Okay, it's over here. Yes. I'm trying to find my way out of this spooky building. So I don't think there'll be much else we can... There's our bear! Okay, everybody, I'd just like you to know B is currently squeaky clean. Just in case you were wondering. I know people were anxious to hear about that. Okay, so we have to go this way. Yeah, okay, so this is... Have we been down here? Oh, we haven't. Oh, look, money. Hey, oh, that's so annoying because that's enough money to get a set of dice. Do we want to go back up and... Do we want to go back up and buy some dice? I mean, it's a bit... We'll leave that just now. We know we can come back here. We know we can come back here soon. Well, once Plaisance is open again. Because I don't think there's much we can do now that that's closed. So yeah, let's go along to... I'm very glad you're much cleaner than you were before. I'm happy for you. Oh look, there's another bottle. Right, oh, do you know what? I don't have the bag equipped. there's the issue. Do you ever feel the paper bag? Because there's some bottles here we can pick up. Oh. I thought that was a bottle. It doesn't seem to be. Okay. Well, before we retire for the night, we could certainly see if we can pick up some more trash and then take that back. Great. Some bottles around here. I can't pick up any of them. You're going to put the kettle on so you can be teener than you were before. Really bad, Gus. This is really, really bad. You should be ashamed of yourself. I feel like these are bottles. Oh. They're not. Certainly can't see any. I was sure there was loads of trash around here, but... Yes, boo. Boo, Gus, boo. Go and sit in the corner. Shame corner. I'm sure there was trash over here. I don't seem to be able to pick any of it up. No, maybe it's not. Maybe that's just me. Oh, we should go down and speak to these guys anyway and give them their bull. Oh no, they're not there. Okay. Probably because it's night time. Okay, let's go and cash in what we've got just now. No bad pun corner. Yep. Sorry, we expected better from you guys, that's all. We know you can do better. You know, you only get our boos to encourage you to do much better. And I'm very proud that both of you just made the punish on incredible work. Oh, let's insert our bottles. Hey, £1.80. Nice, okay. You're 100% sure you got special Hobocop money for that Tari, at least plus 100% extra. If the numbers on the machine told you otherwise, it's a lie. I do appreciate having extra Hobocop money. Okay. So... Okay, let's go and do that, because we can do the motor carriage thing just now. Genuinely, Gus, I would love some tea. I'd prefer tea not made out of bees, but just ordinary tea would be lovely. Okay. Let's do this call then. And yes. We would like to speak to the Lazarus. Oh yeah, civilian as well, okay. Her voice fades out into the familiar radio static. You hear a man clearing his throat briskly, then an answer. Gottlieb, what you want? He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy. Alright. Yeah, I was told to call Lazarus. People are worried about me. Oh, the man is unpleasantly surprised. It's you. Is that a snarl or a suppressed groan? No love for you here. Yes, it's Firewalker here. Firewalker, yes. Yes, you are. You don't just breathe in the general direction of your fire feet. Or just don't breathe. Actually, wait. Do exactly that. Put yourself out of your misery. Take a deep diaphragmatic breath in. You hear an exaggerated inhale and a long exhale on the other side of the line. Glorious sight, your body tired from the vastness of the visions that haunt it, burning up in a flame fed by your own living breath. Yeah, I feel like you're making fun of me. I'm the most serious person at this station, detective. Now, do you have any current, present medical problems? Hello! Hey, El Pinko and Warby. How are you both doing? This is the only game you've ever refunded on Steam. I do feel like it's quite a Marmite game. You know, I feel like it's either you're into it or not. I will admit, the first time I played this, I only played it for a few hours. It's one of those games I was enjoying, but then once I stopped playing, I didn't go back. Don't know why. However, now that I'm playing it on stream, bloody loving it. It's incredible. The writing is stunning. Yes, so we're talking currently. We're talking to our station's Lazarus, which sounds really cool. I don't know if it's just a funky name for a doctor. And he doesn't seem to be taking this very seriously. So, how is everyone else doing this day? This Tuesday day? I normally just say, I would normally say like evening, you know, or afternoon, because it's 6:30 here right now. But I realise that's kind of defunct because it's a different time everywhere else. So Young has COVID. Oh, fuck's sake! Why did you do that? Honestly, all these young kids getting. Oh no, that's not. That doesn't work. I'm so sorry. God, I hope you recover well. I think the Lazarus is a name for a coroner. Oh fuck! Was Lazarus not? Was Lazarus not a? He was a Jesus-y thing, wasn't he? That he rose from the dead. So that's that's quite an interesting name. Yeah, Lazarus came back. Tier 4, baby. COVID can't get near me. Yep, Tier 4 here too. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. We're in Tier 3 right now. We're going into Tier 4 on Boxing Day. Woo! But we were in T4 like a few weeks ago anyway, so it's all a load of bleh, bollocks. You're guessing. I bet the wiki has a better answer. I mean, he's definitely deals with medical stuff, and to be called the Lazarus of somewhere, it does seem maybe he's like a, I don't know, I was gonna say medical psychologist, but yeah, yeah. If we ever need any Bible information, we just talk to the Scorporate Me. All of my Bible knowledge has come from the Binding of Isaac. So my religious knowledge might be a little bit skewed. I agree with you, Warby. I'm surprised that they're doing like South of England's tier 4. Scotland's going to go tier 4. Not quite yet, but will be in a few days. And then some of the middle of England isn't. It's it feels like they should just go into full lockdown again, like like what we did in March. But you know, politics bollocks. Oh yeah, it doesn't count for the Americans. No, you Americans are doing a whole. You're doing a whole other thing. I don't know what you guys are doing, but it's different, and I'm fingers crossed that it works out. Right, what's this guy saying to us? It's because you're hungover. Even the radio waves coming from your direction smell like liquor. Do you feel like your eyes are twitching too? Yeah. That's the tiny vessels pulsating from high blood pressure. Stupid officer. You might be sustaining permanent damage to your vision as we speak. Not much I can do about it. I'm not an eye doctor. Yeah, so what kind of doctor are you? Busy kind. It's not life-threatening, just annoying for you. I've got more important things to do here. Okay. I'm glad you finished work for Christmas, Warby. I'd give you 3 thumbs up, but I've only got 2 thumbs, so here's 2 thumbs up for you finishing work. So yeah, we've got our own special UK COVID. No, what's happened is it COVID by Versace. What's happened is the virus has mutated, as expected, because it's what viruses do, and it's been identified in the south of England. I think they've identified some, and it's basically the same COVID, but it seems to spread much faster. So that's why they're freaking out about it, understandably so, because it's obviously the more people are hanging out, especially hanging out at Christmas, the more potential it has to spread. So that's why they're like, we need to do shit about it. I don't know. Hello? Oh, thank you. I meant to ask for some biscuits. Oh, gingerbread. Thank you.
No gingerbread person for
Thank you. I got a gingerbread person. Cute. Tea livery. Yeah, so that's basically that's why they're freaking out about Christmas, because they had this bullshit idea about Christmas. You can have a bubble of people, and you can, rather than just being like, dudes, just don't fucking do a big Christmas this year. They made it this whole big thing, and all of this. Hey, you can have a bubble with certain people, and do this and do that. Loads of bollocks. And it meant that, so now that this new strain has been identified, they're like, no, don't do that. And then Boris cancelled Christmas, yes. Excuse me, I dropped soggy gingerbread man all over my desk. So sorry, Guspo, we totally didn't even see the sexy delivery man. We're talking about COVID. I was just about to talk about that song. So, Guspo, if you could maybe link it to the Discord. Because the beautifully named Cunt in the Gang, who's been a sort of comedy music outfit for quite a while, has made an incredible song about Boris Johnson, and it's in the charts. Okay, I'm telling this guy I've lost my memory. With all of the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised. Okay. So this guy doesn't give a shit about us. You thought I was a biscuit tea dip? Look, with normal biscuits, yes. Gingerbread biscuits that I made myself, I'm dealing with an unknown quantity here, okay? Some droppage is to be expected. Until we can work out the optimum tea to gingerbread biscuit ratio, there's going to be some accidents, you know? So you worry about your own biscuits, I'll worry about mine. Sorry, cookies. Because, you know, your biscuits are scones, aren't they? Right, so basically, we're speaking to this doctor guy. He doesn't... I don't think he cares about us. So, yeah, is there... I think I've had a heart attack. Yep. He doesn't... Anything else, I wouldn't worry about that. Officers your age have coronary trouble all the time. Okay, yep. Great, thank you. What, you want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board. You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body. Okay. Well, that tells me that that happened recently, so that's interesting. Yeah, I don't think I can handle that right now. You want the real honest-to-God truth. Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not a retirement home. We don't have the funds to deal with rock stars past their prime. At least he acknowledges that I am a rock star. So it's political. Everything's political. You're being neglected because of political reasons. Money is probably going to some old, oily... No, I don't want to hear political commentary on the topic. In fact, I got work to do. Some idiot has glued his eyes shut with cyanacrylate, which is super glue. It looks like Mac Torson. It's not fucking cryoactylate, it's super glue, Doc. I mean, I don't want to say I'm a writer, but... Okay, so that was totally pointless. Ooh, got a new skill point. Anything else I can help you with? Yes, we need to speak to the civilian. Yeah, it's very similar to the thing that's used in acrylic nails. It's also basically nail glue as well. Nail glue is just basically super glue. You know, some little other things added in, but yeah. Okay, so this is what we need to do, is we need to talk to the bartender who has disappeared in totally not suspicious circumstances. Yes, we did not... I don't think we've got her number anywhere. Oh, okay, Kim's got it. Never mind. Start slapping a marching rhythm on your thighs. Give it a minute, she might be busy at the moment. She takes a bit to get to the phone. Just wait and relax. Yep, waiting. Officer, she finally returns. I have Sylvie Malika on the line for you. Oh, hello, Sylvie. A female voice greets you through static. It sounds like she's a million miles away from here. Yes, I believe we've met before. This is me, a detective from the Whirling in Rags. Oh, right, she recognizes your voice almost immediately. Hello, officer, what can I do for you? You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you again. I mean, understandable. There's no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out, no question about it. I mean, who can resist Hobocop, right? Hey, Pinko! Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate the support. Oh, do you know, I have to confess, I was going to try and get a real Santa hat. Shouldn't be hard, right? It's Christmas time. Shouldn't be hard to get a Santa hat. Yeah. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Here we go. Just see my seasonal penguins looking up over the top there because they're festive penguins. Thank you, Pinko, for redeeming your points. The CGI Santa hat. I know, right? This is next level shit, man. This is like the future of gaming. You thought there were festive owls. I mean, you know, they could be. The only reason I thought there were penguins is because they're blue. Don't know if that makes me some kind of penguin racist. No. I don't know. I thought there were penguins. I just thought it was funny. It was like, hey, look, there's a Christmas headband. And it doesn't look very Christmassy. So, lol. Anyway, next year we'll have Christmas hats. I didn't mean to ruin your fantasy. They could be wee penguins if you want. Pingwing. I love that. Pingwings. I don't know, maybe they're a penguin owl hybrid. Maybe it's a special festive reading program. You thought it was monkeys? What, festive monkeys? I mean, at least penguins are like, you know, cold from cold places. I don't know much about festive monkeys, I have to be honest. You didn't think it was festive? They've got fucking stars on their head, mate. Like, how are they not fucking festive? Look at their festive faces. All right, okay. There we go. Let's cover up the penguin owl monkey hybrids. Have I ever played? I've not played Apex Legends. I've not played many. Wait, Apex Legend is it's the online shooty looty. It's a shooty lootier, isn't it? Not played many, to be honest. Not really my kind of thing. They just make me angry. I used to play, the only sort of online shooter I've ever played a lot of was Modern Warfare 2 back in the day. You know, years ago. And yeah, it's just not something I've played a lot of, really. Right. Let's see what Sylvie has to say for herself. Why did you quit your job? Why did you leave the bar? You can hear her tense up on the other side. Honestly, I'm not comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, why aren't you? And is this something I need to take up with your creepy bar manager? Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone. Let's not push her on this. Because if I push her on this, I feel like she won't answer anything else. Are you coming back to work? Maybe, I don't know. She seems to relax a little bit. I just know I have to take some time off right now. Okay. Yes, was it you who called the police? No, not me. Yes, but why didn't you? There was a corpse behind your workplace. Of course, it bothered me, but I thought the union already knew about the corpse. Yeah, what does the union have to do with it? No one calls the police. You hear her adjust the receiver in her hand. The union would get angry. What do you mean by that? You know, she seems to be looking for words. What the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone. Garbage. I mean, that seems to be what we've heard from other people. Yeah, is a union the law around here? Legally, no. In reality, yes. He looks around. Martinez is de facto policed by the dock workers. Okay. Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's discontent for the situation. We did play PUBG. I did forget about that. My mistake. I'm an evil shot with a sniper. I mean, yeah, anything where I can snipe, I'm into it. The thing with the sort of runny gunny looty shooties is that you don't really get chance to sort of snipe and stuff like that, so I kind of ended up not really playing them. The latest hero, Horizon, is a Scottish scientist, and one of her kill lines is Fan Dabby Dozy. Well, that's fucking terrible. For anyone who doesn't know, Fan Dabby Dozy comes from the fucking Crankies. The Crankies were this weird duo from the 80s, I think. So you're going back a long time. They were portrayed as brother and sister, I think, but they're actually married. There's a weird thing. It's like the White Stripes, but weirder, right? And they were like personalities. They weren't. It's not like they weren't comedians, or I'm not sure. Father and son. That's right. Father and son. And they're actually, it's a man and a woman who are married. It was, yeah. I mean, I agree. Avrocar, they were all around in my childhood as well. But I never quite even got it then. And one of their catchphrases was Fan Dabby Dozy. And I think obviously it was a word that was used before then in, was it? Maybe they made it up. I don't know. So, to have a Scottish character who says that, you might as well have someone that says, okay, the new. And, yeah. That's pretty fucking terrible. That's really bad. A friend of mine was their postie. Seemingly their gaff had major swinging vibes. Yes, I'd heard lots of rumours about them being swingers and, you know, no judgment. It was the way that they were portrayed. It's just weird. It was just a weird thing, a weird fucking thing that I feel like should maybe just be buried in Scottish history and never really talked about. And certainly not put into games that are in fucking 2020. Like, mm. Now, the person in charge of Scotland right now is Nicola Sturgeon. Very, very different person. Hmm. The hero added before is Rampart, and she's English Pakistani, and one of her kill lines is "shot the bloody plonker." Yeah, that's fucking dire. I mean, do I want to go on a rant about how, like, Scottish and Irish... I'm not going to say racism, because that's not the right word. But Scottish and Irish caricatures are still accepted and not seen as, like, racism. Do we want to rant about that? Because I feel like I could rant about that. I don't think it would be fun and appropriate. However, yeah, like, because it kind of, is it stereotypes or does it go further than stereotypes, you know? And is it problematic stereotypes? Because I feel like that's going pretty fucking... It doesn't make me want to play the game, let's just say that. Hmm. Okay, so we're not pushing her with this thing because she's afraid of the unions and she's also afraid of someone in the bar. Okay, so yeah, do we know who made that call? No, sorry, I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. Ah. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the union's phone or the one on the coast. Okay. It was someone else. The lieutenant makes a note. We'll find him sooner or later. Officer, it might just take a while. Okay, next question. Have you seen my badge? I know who you are. You're a police officer of the law. Yeah. How did you learn I'm a police officer? You told me back in the Whirlin. You told everybody and showed us your badge. Oh, okay. Where is my badge? Oh, she's not seen it. Okay. Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? Yeah, Kim doesn't have a uniform. He's in plain clothes voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is. I don't feel like I'm the kind of person who would wear a uniform. There are officers who wear the signature Perseus black uniforms to the highest ranks in the RCM and end up buried in them as well. Others do it more casually. Looks like you're one of them. Yeah, I'm definitely more of a casual police officer. Yeah. United Kingdom as a whole, like playing a game played by made by Americans set in London World, Danny Dyer. Well, that happened recently with Watch Dogs. What the new Watch Dogs game looked lovely, looked really good, looked like an interesting game, and then everyone was literally like, you know, Dick Van Dyke from Mary Poppins, kind of, or it was either that or like pure Cockney gangster, you know. It's I blame Peaky Blinders. Hmm. Oh, I don't like where this is going. Please no, not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective. She sounds beyond exacerbated. I showed you my gun. When did it happen? You were trying to impress some people. Everyone was eaten, and she stops hesitantly, not sure if she should continue. Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you really want to know? I feel like I got my cock out. Yeah, go on. What did I do? Oh no, okay, it was actually my gun. You're waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic. Okay, lovely. Some poor sod was trying to eat his pudding while you were screaming, spit flying, imitating the mercy shot right next to him, spat some in his food. I don't think he touched it after. Jesus Christ. In terms of accent, like, next time, I mean, I'm just offering you up for this Guspo, but next time I do a stream with Guspo, he's the one that can do the sort of accents. And I think the thing that bothers me about like games and stuff and movies and TVs not doing proper accents is that, you know, if one person could do it just for a bit of fun, there's no excuse why, you know, they can't do it when they're doing a show. It's the other thing that happens in Britain. So you've got the outside of Britain thinking we all speak like Cockneys. But then what happens is when you've got British people with regional accents, if they become actors, they basically like get it taught out of them. They get taught received pronunciation, which is, you know, like speaking the Queen's English kind of bullshit. So they get, you know, like totally, they get their regional accents like totally sort of pushed out. It's starting to get better now, and you will hear more regional accents in things. But you know, for a while there, it was like, oh well, if you want to work in Hollywood, you've got to speak this certain way. So that's probably why you wouldn't have heard regional accents in things, because everyone who did have a regional accent was basically told, no, you don't talk like that. It's fucking weird. It's crazy. You know. Anyway. Half-Life video success. People tried to back away from you or even slip out of the door, but you screamed, I am the goddamn law and you have to listen to me. You're all suspects in a murder investigation. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Me neither. Yeah, what happened to my gun? All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie, guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. Okay. Right. It almost looks like you pawned it, but believe me, I did not ask. Well, we did pawn it, we know that. Have you seen my uniform? Nope. I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on, the disco things. Somewhere in a dank rental apartment, two police officers stand in the dark. Trash and liquor bottles cover the floor. Things are not good. One of the men, trying not to slip on old newspapers, makes his way to the window and pulls the curtains apart. Roaches scatter as the light comes in. God damn! Officer Michael Elfboy Williams speaks to himself. His partner, Sundance Fisher, looks at the patrol uniform he's wearing, then at an identical suit framed on the wall. It's blue and covered in dust. Let's get the fuck out of here. He turns to Williams. He hasn't been here in days. It's my apartment, definitely. Okay. Yeah, do you know how my paperwork ended up in the trash container? You tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I threw it out into the trash, thinking you didn't need it. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Oh, she said I'm sorry about that. She doesn't sound like she's actually that sorry. Anything else? Do you want to grab a cup of coffee with me sometime? I should have known. I should have known. 20 points of pride damage right there, buddy. Hmm. Okay. She's given us a lot of information, so... I do hope so. Please don't call me again. Bye. She's ready to hang up. Yeah, why does she seem angry with me? Well, I feel like I've given her good reason to be angry with me. Yeah, she've obviously done something to upset her, the whirling in rags, while she was still working there. Yeah, what did I do? I'm not mad, it's just static size again. You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then this SCO thing happened? It just made me want to quit. It was... Oh, that's the bird! That's a seabird. There's a seabird on the wall. The bar manager. Okay. Yeah, the stuffed bird. The great SCO. You threw it against the wall while screaming fuck that bird and laughing like a maniac. I think you said I'd been giving you shit ever since you got there. This doesn't sound anything like me. I love birds. I know it was... I know it. Yeah. Why do I screw everything up? It was a pretty bird there since I started working in the whirling. I really liked her. We called her Scotty. So you're telling me that I was the one that made you want to quit? Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I've seen so many assholes in this place. Eesh. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you, she pauses. Yep, I want to know. Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 AM. I even liked one of those songs you keep listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now. Yeah, we know that there was a song. We Go On by the Ooh? The OO? I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. Yeah, sorry about the song. To hell with that song. And then there was your room, your project, an experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threaten to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you screamed something about how you're actually a really cool guy and no one understands it. One of the coolest guys there is. The coolest guy in Jamrock. Something about disco too. Yeah, I'm sorry. And then I had to deal with your toilet, the one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself. I wasn't a very good... I think that's the least you can say. Yeah, I feel like I need to be genuine here. Okay. I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again. Let's pretend it never happened. Yeah, did I sing anything else? All sorts of things. Some disco, rock too. So much disco and rock. I am looking for a particular song. One that was really sad. I think the one you mean is the smallest church in St. Siennes. Butchered that right up. Interesting, you still have to find it. That's true. Okay. Well, that was quite a sobering conversation. It gave us a lot of information. Yeah, I think we're done for now. Okay. So we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your couple type. There are couple types. Guess what's yours? I was kind of hoping I'm the superstar cop. That's only a ludicrous daydream. Guess again. You're the weapon cop? You're the sorry cop. The cop is sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Oh no! I don't want to be a... Yeah, I don't want to be the sorry cop. That's... No, they should be sorry. Yes, yes. Impotent rage and lamentation. Let's wrap it up. No, I changed my mind. Begin the repentance. No, I don't want to be the sorry cop. Yep. Wow, okay, fuck off. Maybe we were wrong about you. I was only saying sorry to Sylvie because I was a genuine prick to her. I'm not sorry for other people. Check out the big balls and fire cop. Alright, okay. Hello, Kit.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
Fuckity bye.
Yes! Exactly, fuckity bye. We're not the sorry cop. Oh, I almost choked on my tea. Thank you. Feel free to help yourself to any sound alerts that you would like to use on the stream, such as Welcome Tucker saying fuckity bye. I did think about changing my subscription notice to be him shouting come the fuck in or fuck the fuck off. But I thought that might, I don't know, some people might be a little bit offended by that. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Thank you for that good timing. I feel like you're cosplaying this dude's jacket. I know, right? It's like the exact same colour. The last time I wore this jumper, we played The Corridor, and The Corridor was all about pressing this big orange button, and it was basically the same colour as well. It was an incredible coincidence. I just like the colour. I think it's pretty. It's nice and colourful, you know. It's a good notification for a raid, I think. I don't know if a raid would be worse, because I feel like that would scare some people. You're like, come the fuck in or fuck the fuck off. You know, if someone wasn't aware of Malcolm Tucker and all that, they could maybe take that in an offensive way, you know, in a personal way. Right. Kim's telling us to turn in, and we haven't paid the cafeteria manager. I don't have the money. Let's talk to him. An officer of the RCM should be sleeping in the streets. I am Hobocop, though. Though he finds the situation frustrating, he's doing his best to not make you feel any worse than you already do. Well, that's kind of him. Now... Okay, oh, I need to join him in the balcony. Okay. Wait. So, let's go and talk to the cafe manager then. Oh, we've got skill point. Oh. Okay. So, we're still running low intellect and low motorics, which I'm happy to do. Where do we think we should go? Suggestions interesting. We've got a couple of points in that already. I don't know. I'm not so much into authority. Violation. Keep your morale up. endurance, pain threshold. It's something like, I don't know. I wonder if something like pain threshold or endurance would be interesting. I feel like I need a little bit more. Oh. At high levels, pain threshold turns in on itself in a seriously unhealthy way with full-on self-destructive behaviour. I mean, that seems quite in character, so I'm gonna go for that. Let's see how that plays out for us. Right, so let's go and talk to. Oh, it's this side. Let's go and talk to Fund Manager Man. See what he's got to say. Skill points can buy new thought cabinet slots. Oh, okay. I think we're quite happy with our thoughts right now. Oh, look, it's all disco, and it's full of people. Wow. Okay. What's this? A bottle of rum. Sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? Drink o'clock. Attaboy. It's coming back to him. You had your mesolimbic reward pathway worried there. Not thinking about drinking all that time. It was like you weren't yourself. Yeah, should I be? Looks like drinking hasn't turned out too well. Maybe you haven't turned out well for your drinking, true. Yeah, goddamn rum and lemonade into yourself, boy, or better yet, lick that stain off the counter. Let's lick it, but just a little. Calmly, the lieutenant looks out of the window, then to you licking the tasty rum stain off the counter. Only a little. Then out of the window again. What are you doing? He asks without turning his eyes from the street outside. I'm investigating. Find booze and drink it. Yeah, we're still looking for cigarettes as well. Oh, 10 points to El Pinko. I mean, we've had some pun wars already, but this must be the Disco Elysium. I totally agree. Right. So we can talk to a couple of people here. Let's do that first. Sleeping dock worker. A man is sleeping at the table wearing mud-caked boots and rolled down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. Okay, let's take them. Ooh, magnesium. Right, let's put our morale back up then. Wait. You probably need them more than he does. Workers talking to guard. Okay, let's see. Let's try and wake him up. Nice. There's only one way to awake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth. No words, just a primordial scream. The 30-something man slowly lifts his head and gives you a pensive look. Why are you yelling, man? I just wanted to see what would happen if I yelled. Congratulations, you've seen the future. Now, if you'll excuse me again, the worker sinks back onto the table, ready to continue his nap. Officer, even after a rude awakening, this dock worker respects the police. Okay. Do you see anything interesting in your dreams? Thank God, no. Was it a fathomless darkness into which we ought to be deferred like corpses to a mausoleum? The worker stares at you, his eyes dry from sleep. A web of wrinkles covers his tanned forehead. I don't know what you're talking about, kind sir, but when I'm out, then I'm really out. No corpses, no mausoleums, just quality time. A little me time in this fucking game and its words. Abyssal pelagic zone? You can never return to it now. Only detective work remains, wakefulness and detection. Tell me about Wild Pines. That's the name of my employer. I work in logistics. Alright. He doesn't sound too enthusiastic. Where's that going? Oh, I said that's wonderful. Mistake. Logistics? No, it's a nightmare. He lets his head fall back on the table. Alright. Okay. The way he says measurehead implies ultimate trust in the head reckoner's physical prowess. I don't know if that's the guy that we met up on the bridge, but yeah, I wouldn't want to punch him. Who's behind organising the strike? We are the workers, the union. We know what we need, what's right for us. There's no leader. There's also Everard. He's in charge of the union. He's smart, knows how to negotiate. He's got our back. Okay. We need to speak to him. Yeah, what about the dead body in the yard? What about it? I'm just trying to find out what you know. You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch, another one falls in a manhole, a third one gets eaten by stray dogs. Lovely. Can I just pause for a moment to tell you about this thing that I read the other day there? I was looking up coconut crabs. Now, if you've never seen a coconut crab, you probably have maybe seen a photo of it on the internet. But they are giant fucking crabs, right? The photo that I think everybody's probably seen is one sitting on like a silver dustbin. So, you know, they're pretty huge. And this coconut crab is like wrapped around it. They're, you know, they're massive. They're like the size of a baby. Maybe a big baby. They're big for crabs anyway. And I've written up facts about coconut crabs. Fucking terrifying. So, obviously they eat coconuts. And they basically climb up into the coconut trees and get the coconuts. And they can just rip open a coconut. They're like claws, their pincers are that strong. But there's a bit of a conspiracy theory. Now, I don't know if you know about Amelia Earhart. So she was, I don't know what you would sort of call her, like, now. Let me see. Let's see what Google tells us. What was her name? She was an aviation pioneer and author. There you go. And basically she disappeared. She did like solo flying, you know, across the ocean and all that. And she went out on one of these expeditions. Her plane disappeared. And of course, because of that, there's lots of rumors, lots of conspiracies about what happened to her. When I was reading about coconut crabs, apparently there's a conspiracy theory that she crash landed in a place where there's a lot of coconut crabs and maybe got ripped apart by coconut crabs. And I just, like, what a way to go. What a terrible, terrible, terrible fucking way to go. There's no evidence, of course, but there are rumors. They do. So, not only, obviously, do they rip apart coconuts, but the other thing that they like to do is climb up into the trees and grab birds. They're chilling out, you know, just minding their own business. They literally grab birds, take them down to the ground, and rip the birds apart. So they're pretty vicious, like, animals. And I was fascinated that was an Amelia Earhart conspiracy. And that's why they think there was no trace of her found, because she was maybe eaten by coconut crabs. So, There you go. That's your daily conspiracy theory. Please feel free in the chat to tell me your favourite conspiracy theory or one you've discovered recently, because that shit fascinates me. Anyway, yes, happy joy, exactly. So it was just the eaten by stray dogs thing that made me think about that. Fucking coconut crabs. Terrifying. Actually terrifying. Anyway. So, yes. Tell me what you know about the body. Troubles ahead. Trouble ahead. You have a pretty solid feeling that the man's not just mouthing off. He's strong, but even he has reasons to be cautious here. The trouble is already here, or how else will you call a dead man hanging from a tree? They say your guy was a killer, your tree man. He has friends, same as him. Killers, there's only one thing they know well, how to wreak havoc. Yeah, who says that? So you're saying things might get violent? You heard what I said. Draw your own conclusions. That's all I know, and I prefer to keep it that way. The lieutenant gives you a little nod and makes a note in his blue notebook. Okay. So Union people think he was a killer. He thinks even Sleepy here. This doesn't help a lot, but it's something. Good work, detective. Yeah. Yes, is this rum yours? Indeed, help yourself to some. He blinks. Wait, no, it's empty. Sorry about that. I already had some. It's a fine rum. Knocks you right out when you drown a bottle or two. He rubs his face, then buries it in his hands. You can hear a faint snore. Okay, let's let him sleep. Well, he gave us some interesting information. Let's see what this cool guy, reclining like a cool guy, has got to say. Oh, listen. Alright. Why? They say money can't buy you happiness. That just means you don't have enough money. Alright. Let's go to the disco dance floor. There's a bottle there. Can I pick that up? Yeah, I can. Yay, oh, that's a really satisfying noise. I like that. We've been in the kitchen, yeah, so... yeah, there's a secret door there we need to get into.
Can I help you?
I need a drink. Can you pour me one? Do I have a shaker in my hand? Is this... he points to his empty hand. Is this a shaker? He sounds irritated. Yes. You sound irritated. Why? Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I wearing a little bow tie and doing this? He shakes the imaginary shaker furiously. Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shaking my little shaker? No. Do you know why? Because you're not a bartender. That's right, I'm the cafeteria manager. He comes his breath. I'm glad we cleared that. Was there anything else? I don't think shouting at him is going to get us anywhere. Please make an exception. Even more reason for me not to serve you. Was there anything else you needed other than alcohol? Yeah. We need to talk about the money. And we come to some sort of arrangement. Does that agreement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me tomorrow? Kim is about to say something. No, let's say it's cold out. I'll freeze to death because I'm losing the stupid money game. Everything is just a game to you, isn't it? I still have my key. Good luck trying to use it. He taps his foot against a metal box installed in the back of the counter. All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock. Okay. Yeah, this isn't going anywhere, is it? Okay, he turns to you with a heavy sigh. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here. I really didn't want to resort to this, the man is thinking. What is Kim going to do for us? Okay, we've got nothing else to talk to you about. Although I am wondering... I feel like Sylvie said she wanted to get away from us, which is 100% understandable. But I feel like maybe it's got something to do with him as well? You know? Oh yeah, we picked up a bottle, that's right. Okay, Kim has offered to help go to his motor carriage. Right, so let's go and see what's going on over here then. How are we all doing? Are we all doing okay? I've been pretty exhausted recently myself, hence why we haven't been streaming for a while, because like any sensible person we decided to do some DIY last week. Just, you know, the week before Christmas, because that makes a lot of sense and isn't stressful whatsoever. So it's been a bit full on. I was thinking about trying to work out some kind of schedule for like sort of over Christmas and New Year. Not sure what I'd be able to like stick to though. So I don't know whether it's just better to pop on, you know, when we can, sort of thing. I have something here we could sell. Looking at back in the suspect transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage. Okay, what have you got? The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. Four shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark. I confiscated these four a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down in the Martinez Canal. Okay. Yeah, what are they? They're spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, he makes a spinning motion with his hand. The caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity. There is use for them, excuse me. It makes you look cool. I blame... Is it Need for Speed Underground? The first one? Where you could do, like, all of the car customization. I blame that game for my love of spinners and LED lights. Basically. Because you could do some really hideous things to cars in that game. It was amazing. Ooh. Hi! Hello. I've got this new chair and I was just trying to... There we go. I was just trying to adjust it a little bit. That was the wrong one. There we go. I think that's better. Okay. There we go. Good. Okay. He would be pretty pissed off if you chucked his bird into a wall. I agree, Guspo. And I also agree, I love car customization in games. They did put quite a lot of it into Saints Row, which is quite nice. I saw the Saints Row remastered in the shop today. Because they remastered it for PS4 and PS5. Look, I don't know what it's like, to be fair. I don't know if it I mean, I'm guessing it runs pretty nice, but I don't know what it looks like, kind of graphics-wise. Vanity, he wouldn't mind. Okay. So why did you confiscate them? A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high. I get it. I would have confiscated them too. They're mesmerizing. That they are. The lieutenant looks at the spinners and sighs. I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back. Yeah, do you not want to put them on your own machine? No, that would be silly. He hesitates. I don't know why I kept them. It doesn't matter. I couldn't put them on this MC anyway. A cop with spinners, that would be outrageous. Yes, outrageously cool. He flashes a smile, barely visible in the dark. I was going to say I'm sorry that you have to sell them because of me, but then that means we're turning into the sorry cop. I am sorry though. He seems like a good guy. He's been nice to us. And also, his name's Kim. I keep calling him Kit. As I said, they're useless anyway. I should have remembered. You are the sorry cop the game knows. I know, and I hate that. I hate that it's got me worked out so much. I hate that it knows me. Like,
yes! 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 Yes!
Yes! Thank you, B. Thank you. You are a returning legend. I should say that. That's okay. You're resub now, so that's. Thank you so much for your continued support. Yes, I suppose I should say that. So if you are subscribed with Prime, well, no, with any subscription, you basically have to renew it every month. So it gives you the option, you know, if you want to sort of go and subscribe somewhere else for a month or whatever. It does mean that you do have to do it every single month. But B does bring up a good point there. If you do it, you get a little Matt Berry. And you hear him saying yes over and over again. So if that doesn't make you want to subscribe, then I don't know what would. Let's be honest. So yes, you get to make that happen every month. So every month we get to look forward to Matt Berry. Unless we change it. But I think it would be very hard to go away from that. I think you did clip that for me, didn't you, Guspo? When Guspo gifted 5 subs, and it was just 5 5 in a row of Matt Berry saying yes. 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 So good. So thank you very much. I mean, I don't mind if you are just subscribing for the Matt Berry. That's totally understandable. You get Matt Berry and then you get Snake Butt for subscribing. So I mean, it's a bargain, right? Who else? Who else is offering you Snake Butt and Matt Berry for a subscription, right? And there's a little bot telling you how you can sub, and how you can So, oh, I got a sub. I got a. Sorry, I got an emote. Yes, thank you for. What is that? Oh, that's incredible. It's meant to be snacking. That's amazing. These are yeah, these emotes are incredible. So these are meant to be 2020 emotes. The idea being that they're sort of showing, you know, what's happened in 2020, such as pajamas. Yes, the loo roll. The suspicious one. I think that's an Among Us reference, but it kind of looks like someone wearing. Yeah, it looks like it's definitely like an elf. And then that one's meant to be snacking. So maybe that you've been snacking a lot during 2020. I don't know. That one's quite cute. Little panda. That one's quite sweet. I do like the fart cloud. It's a Fort Bush, apparently. Whatever that means. But anyway, thank you so much for the subscription. All of your support really means a lot to me. You did it. You got a Pokemon's as well. See, we got it all here. Right. So, yeah. The game knows that I'm the sorry cop, and that makes me frustrated because I'm trying so hard to play it as cool as I can. And at the end of the day, I'm just sorry. Okay, pawn shop. Yes, okay. Items that could be pawned appear in your inventory. You can pawn these items while talking to Roy, okay. And okay, so here's where I'm a bit torn. If we take the spinners and sell them, it gives us the money for the room. If we don't take them, then we get to be full Hobocop. And I feel like we need to be... Does it say anything about being Hobocop? I just feel like to really look at our, look into our soul. I don't know. I'm not going to take them. Although that is me saying sorry again. Fuck it, I'm taking them. Alright. Oh, there's another way. Oh. Oh well. I've taken them. If I don't want to sell them. That is true. I haven't sold them. So what can I do? I mean, I'm still fully prepared to go like Hobocop. I'm happy for some backseating, young. I wouldn't say Joyce. Which one's Joyce again? I don't think I've spoken to her yet. Lady on the boat. I've not... I'm guessing it's that boat up there. I've not spoken to her yet, actually. Yeah, we've not been up there. Okay. So, yeah, because I've not been up here. Yeah. I don't think we've been up here. Oh no, wait a minute. So that's the back of the world. Yeah, but we've not been up here yet. Okay. Alright, let's go for it. Let's try. The Okay, so let's see what way is this. We're gonna kind of because we've not really been past the. She's a big info dump. Do you want to talk to her with her eventually? I'd actually sort of totally forgotten that we hadn't been up here yet. Oh, cormorant! I love those birds. Cormorants are good birds. Okay, so we're going up and round here. Oh, what's that blue? Wait, what's this? What's a sign? Right. Why am I looking at this wall? Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get that. Okay, let's try not to get distracted. Let's just try and head straight for her. Because it is getting late. And then we can come back here. Choice. Sweet. That's it. Your rumor in the whirlwind is much bigger than this sloop. Sweet. Okay. Oh, she looks like fucking Gillian Anderson playing Margaret Thatcher. A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around the boat.
Good evening, officers. I'm Joyce.
I don't know if I've got the music turned down. I do have the music. Let's turn it up a bit. I'm hoping that this music isn't content matched. Now let's go for it.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
She steps closer and holds out her hand over the railing. Yeah, what does the L stand for?
My maiden name.
What exactly is the RCM?
I meant you. The Revachol Citizens Militia. The police.
Okay, let's shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
Her grip is tight and cold.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
Judging by her accent, I'm guessing she's like the rich person that the lady in the cafe told us to get more information from.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
There's a trace of irony in his voice, mischief even. The lieutenant is hatching some scheme.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
Oh, the Wild Pines. So we spoke to the guy in the cafe who's part of the Wild Pines. It's hard to get a read on her precise disposition, but she appears helpful. You're on a boat! Do you have flippy floppies? Why, yes I am. She looks at the deck under her feet. Green and white sails flutter overhead. Does she have a name? The boat, no, it is called Cordelete 19, because that's the type of sloop it is, okay? The word it feels strange. Such a beautiful boat deserves a proper name. The breeze ripples through the sails and tugs at your hair. Below, the sleek fish-like shape of the hull parts the water. Beneath that, a resounding darkness. You're reminded of something or someone. Yeah, your boat needs a name. Okay, how about Cordelete 19? Why? Perhaps on the side of the boat, it makes a hollow sound. Because it was manufactured in Rivershaw East by a company called Cordelete, and its hull is 19 paces long. How about Dolores? Why Dolores? I don't know. It just feels pretty. No, I just like the name for some reason. It means nothing to me. I think I'll stick with the factory name, but thank you for the suggestion. Okay. What kind of boat is it? It's a pleasure craft, a 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing, though these days I mainly use it for business. Alright. My sloop, I like it a lot. Her lips curl in a wry smile. It's the eel's hips, baby. I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating. Kim's getting sassy. Wild Pine sounds a bit masquerade bally. It does. It also just sounds like a tree felling company trying to sound cool. I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her. Not a lot of people on boats, are there? Of course there are. We're in an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? What do you mean? I mean we are on Lake Hallu, are we not? She raises her brow. I thought we were in Revachol. We are in the city of Revachol on the island of Lake Hallu. Okay. I'm not sure where this boat conversation is going. I haven't seen anyone else sail a boat around here. I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Corpri Kinema motor carriage either. Actually, the lieutenant becomes defensive. That motor carriage has been specifically issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Revachol Industrial Harbour. It's not a toy. Neither is this. The woman pats the cabin hardtop. Toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol between the city and the islands. She's having a good time arguing against the law. Too good, perhaps. Do you have a license? Okay. The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Qualified pleasure craft operator. So charming. So where's the damn license? Do I see it? I just renewed its safety inspection last month, officers. It is completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not one but two Insulindic regattas, even finished once. Yeah, what happened the other time? The other time I would have finished the race were it not for an urgent work matter, much like the one I'm on now. Okay, I don't feel like we need to push her for a license. I'm guessing the check that you get like is guaranteed to come up. Just wondering if we could accidentally skip it. Okay, so we've got a handle on the boat thing. Yes, tell me about Wild Pines. It is, okay, thank you, Young. What we do, I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking. What do they do? Pines' core competency is logistics, container ship and freight, that sort of thing. She points to the small dots on the horizon. See those airships there blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And then to the east towards the harbour, and that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy. Oil and gas exploration offshore platforms. I'd be demanding licenses like a mofo. But remember, I'm a cool cop, you know. I'm not about the rules and the licenses and stuff. I'm the disco cop. She enjoys talking about the company. It would not hurt to inquire more. Okay, tell us more. I can tell you last year the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue. Wow. The money I owe is so much less. Yeah, what exactly is a billion? It's a number, officer, a big one. What is it made of? It's made of 1,000 millions. A million is made of 1,000 thousands. Okay. Wow. Thought I fell into the ocean there for a minute. 20 billion is a large number, but the conglomerate employs 72,000 people. They all need to be paid. Then there are capital improvements, interest payments. A wave hits the sloop. She grasps the mainstay for balance. Okay, that's what the ploppy noises were. A conglomerate the size of the wild pines is like a shark. If it stops moving, it will die. That's a weird, like, urban myth, isn't it? And what becomes of those 72,000 families? It's tremendous responsibility. Where did they get all these billions? They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Islas 250 years ago when pine ships explored the South Sudanese and chartered Lo Manthang on behalf of the suzerain. Centuries of care, deliberation and madness have gone into this endeavour. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalising. It's taken everything from its employers to build it. What does a huge system want with a place like this? You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, she gives you a little smile. You're responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo. That's quite a lot. Oh, we got a new thought. The 15th Indo tribe. She nods forcefully. There are no minor cogs in the system. Each terminal must be accounted for lest the entire system break. Every hiccup in such a system means thousands lose their job the world over. I'm here to assure that doesn't happen. With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone. Okay. Right, yes. Can you tell me about the strike? Everything, she smiles, right up to but not including trade secrets. Ooh. Yeah, what if I want to hear about them? First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade and Ailments that gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus. An octopus? I will slay it. Good luck. It's only kept in place by the vested interests of half the civilized world, including your own. Oh, I wanted to slay it. What the ma'am means is that the Emergencies Act and the RCM both get their authority from the coalition government. Yes. But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike. Yes, what's your role? I believe the official title is Senior Labour Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counter-offer. And how are the talks going? They're not. That's a problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2.20 metre racist behemoth blocking the gates. Oh, yes, you mean Measurehead. Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead. She leans back and rolls her eyes. How were the talks going before the luncheon? Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived. When did you arrive? 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM. He looks at his notes, but the strike began in December. I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations. This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike. Heavens, no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay, and a medical plan. Dental plan. Lisa needs braces. Dental plan. Lisa needs braces. I watched way too much of the early Simpsons when I was younger. Yay, Bee's got her tea. Bee's got tea. Bee's got tea. Tea for Bee. What kind of tea is it? That's what I want to know. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive. What happened to this Gaumont? Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it? Oh. He said, fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see. Yeah, not cool. Keep in mind, this is the negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and he was more than fair with him in the union. It's Earl Grey. Oh, check you out, fancy pants. I do like an Earl Grey. I've not had Earl Grey for a long time. I saw a post about how Scotland names all their snow ploughs, and one of them is a plough. Yeah, it's great. There's actually a website. Oh, if I remember lately, I'll link it into the Discord. There's a website where you can go and you can see them, and it shows you where all the snowplows are, and it shows you all their names. It's really, really cute. There's some amazing names. I can't think of any right now, but there's some really, really, really good one. I'm trying to cut back on the coffee, so high caffeine tea is here and doesn't give me the jitters. That's good. I mean, that's basically what I did. I used to drink not a lot of coffee, but I used to drink coffee, and it just, I realized it was causing me a hell of a lot of problems, so I basically had to switch to tea. Tea's good. He's tasty. Sounds like usual aggressive posture. Okay. What are the demands? There are leaflets everywhere and banners. What did they say again? Oh, yes. Every worker a member of the board. Over aggressive commie posturing. Well, yeah, we get bonuses from communist things, don't we? Yes. Then you might also like their other slogan, Demand Democracy. Not hard communist enough for me. Personally, I agree. It lacks the pizzazzo of every worker a member of the board. What exactly do they mean by it, though? What's the demand? It's quite simple. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision, about what? About anything, really. It needs a signature of each of the 2,200 workers on its Martinez terminal. Okay. That's quite a demand. Tea and bake time. Oh, do you also have some baked goods? Baked goods are good. Oh, Gusbo's put the snowplow tracker in Discord. So, might want to put a wee link to the Discord as well. But it's It's really good. I love it. It's really cute. Oh, the snowplows aren't really out much right now, but obviously when the temperature drops, you can see them all doing their little business. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they're also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group. Okay, the king is dead, long live the workers. Yay! Achievement unlocked, biggest communism builder! Woo! That may well be, but it's not up to me to decide who is king. But as negotiations go, it's not a swell start. Okay. What are you going to do? I'm not sure. Naturally, I assumed that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery, but there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. +1 communism. Yay! But you're not baking goods, you're baking yourself. I see. Yeah, that's exactly the same thing. Just mix yourself with some sugar, some butter, some flour, roll yourself into some dough, then make sure to then roll out yourself to a couple inches thick, and cut yourself into the appropriate sizes, and then pop yourself in the oven, and then you're baked perfectly. Or alternatively, spark up a fatty boombatty. You know, whichever way you want to do it, it's up to you. Let's be honest. Okay, I'm not sure what this is. What are you going to do? I'm not sure. Naturally assumed. Oh no, blah blah blah. We'll listen to that. And now people are getting lynched, I hear, behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one. Excuse me, the lieutenant looks up from his notes. From whom did you hear about this lynching? The reply comes quick. I first heard it from the boa at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was call me mañana. Right? That's even better than my soup dumpling proposition. Actually reminds me of one of my favourite Sanrio characters, who was the idea is that he's a little bun. So he's a little bread bun that's getting baked, but what happens is he falls down the back, so he falls off the tray and falls down the back of the oven, so he ends up like a little burnt bread bun. And they did this whole series just about like his adventures as like a little bread, because there's like other baked goods that would kind of like join them in the like oven, or where it, I don't know, maybe got out of the oven. It was like kind of sad because he was like sad about the fact that he would never fulfill his destiny of being eaten. And some of the stories were really, really, really sweet. What's his name? Wait a minute. I need to remember now, because it's a Sanrio character you don't really hear much about. What is his name? Kojupan. That's right, it's Kojupan. He's a little burnt bread fellow. Literally means burnt bread. So then he roams the bakery and makes friends with other baked goods. Very, very cute. One of my favourite little characters. Yeah, the little bun boy. It's okay though, because I think he eventually comes to terms with his burnt breadness. Soup Dumpling Proposition is probably the name of a band which is financially backed by the parents of the lead singer and will be heavily promoted on local radio thanks to the money being funneled into them from said parents' fridge sales business. I'm glad you've worked out the whole backstory of Soup Dumpling Proposition. Maybe that should be the title of our next stream. This checks out. Okay, the scabs at the gate. Did you put them there? The scabs? She raises her brow. You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock come to plead for work where the union refuses to? If they were organised by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you, not right now at least. Ooh. Alright, tell me about this union boss, Mr. Clare. Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first. Really? Does he really? Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, vicious goo where you and I have blood. Yeah, is he that bad? He's the most corrupt individual I've ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there's anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother Edgar. There's two of them. Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does. And when he's one term as a foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues. Well, they sound incredible. Yeah, let's take this back to the strike. Of course, she takes a sip from... Oh! The conversation went back to... And I thought... Wait a minute. Yes, okay. I've not seen Edgar, no. Okay. What about the union itself outside the brothers, Claire? The Debardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution, 20 years ago anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Okay. She adjusted her hair. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say... a mob, the lieutenant says succinctly. The Debardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them. Okay. Refreshingly honest, officer, she nods. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. Words to you. In your opinion, detective, if I may ask, I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Debarders Union is an effective advocate for the rights of local working men, a giant leech sucking the life out of Revachol, basically a socialist mob, or prefer not to have an opinion? I mean, I don't know enough. I don't... Let's go for the socialist mob. Because even, you know, even though if I want to be a commie, I'm not going to support, like, you know, crime syndicates. Thank you for being candid, she nods. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the wolf always hungers. Okay. You said something happened in the elections. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the union, she disappeared. Oh. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore or coming to work ever. End of story. Yeah, eerie. Downright haunted, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is these kinds of things happen around the Claire's Watcher when you're dealing with him. Okay. Yes, let's change the topic. What can you tell me about the luncheon? Quite a few things, I'm afraid. Ooh. Secret task complete. Interview the Wild Pounds rep. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers. Of course, ma'am, we should have introduced ourselves. The lieutenant hands her a piece of blue plastic. I'm Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice. How curious. She returns the lieutenant's badge and turns to you. Why is that, detective? Awkward washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events. I love that there's secret tasks in this game. Yeah, I agree. It's cute. If you sort of converse in the right way, you get some secret tasks. Remember when my partner told you I'd recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it. I see. She looks increasingly worried. So are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode? I could have eaten it for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world, this city, nothing. Oh dear, she sighs with compassion, sadness even. I suppose this does explain some of the more curious turns in our conversation. I think I've been making pleasant conversation so far. Thank you very much. As I said, ma'am, the lieutenant interjects. His technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM. Of course, I sympathise. I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge. Okay. So we need to get our badge before... Okay. Hang on, she's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutual beneficial arrangement. She has sympathy for my amnesia. Okay. Surely there's some other way to demonstrate our law enforcement credentials. I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible. You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain. Okay. Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason they're profiting from this trade. Alright. The company has tried looking into the matter, but to no avail. So perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or you can recover your badge. Right. Okay. Detective, a word in private before we continue. What's up? What's up? How did you hope it would go? Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance. And, you know, not volunteer us to be her henchman. I mean... This woman is running circles around him. She might have known about the misplaced badge all along. We've played straight into her hands. Oops. He doesn't let it show, but there's a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behaviour can cost the investigation. Oh, shit. Yeah, do you propose that we don't investigate drug trafficking? No, if there's reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we're siding with the Union or that we're on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is we ask her, then we investigate briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We'll tell her it's done and demand for her information on lynching. Okay. We could also find my badge. That would be fantastic. Do we have the time? I have faith. I have faith. Okay, let's get back to it. I'm not saying sorry because I'm not the sorry cop, okay? Not.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Okay, yes, tell me about the drug trafficking. It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samaran Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years. Ingredients for what? Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. It might be quicker to say what you can't make from this stuff. Shit, yeah, baby, it's a party pipeline. Why would you want to shut that down? Yeah, why would you want to shut down the party pipeline? These are not the sort of parties you'd want to attend. I don't think you know me. Yeah. Okay. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter north of here. Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product, sells drugs? We're in logistics, it's our business to know. And no, as far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut. Alright. Okay. But you won't get anything out of Everard in the Dockworkers Union. Every chain has its weak link. Yeah, okay. Am I going to need bolt cutters for this? Unlikely. I'm talking about the lorries. Oh, you mean the lorries that are backed up? Okay. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment. I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets. I hope the driver turns out to be the racist guy. Yeah, it's no coincidence the lorries are stranded there, is it? No, we asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the trade, they'll need to lower the drawbridge. Okay. Alright. So that does solve one mystery. Why? I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open the drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in on my motor carriage. And we got another point. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. Yeah, why didn't you come to the RCM earlier? We did. Apparently there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under. We know the company has launched its own probe into the Union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence. Okay. So here's our chance. How do you think they're financing the strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight. There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it. With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. So you think the strike has been funded with source ingredients for drugs? Okay. Alright. So we need to talk to a driver. It sounds like she's tried looking into it herself, although she's not the type your typical lorryman would confide in. Alright. Yes, we will take it and probe the drivers. Sweet. Alright. Yeah, you seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in. This reality, yes. No time to explain, just give me the lowdown. No, but please, a little context. We're not in such a hurry. Related to the medical episode. That sounds like an acute case of encephalopathy. Psychopathy. Yeah, exactly. I'm not phased. I just need a lowdown of all reality. All of it. Oh, Jesus. Okay. We're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first. Okay. Right. Where are we? Martinez. Baby. A casual term of endearment, popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover. Pay it no heed. I'm a disco holdover myself. Martinez is district of Revachol. Okay, so we know all this. Okay. I'm going to sort of go through this. I'm not going to read it all because most of it we sort of know. It's to do, yeah. So, used to be a province, worker resort for the city swallowed it and artillery does its work. Yep. What sea is this? It's the Bay of Revachol. We're on an island in the ocean. Okay, yep. Vast lukewarm and unknowable, flowing in and out of sight. What's the name of this island? Kaliu. Or Kailu. Right. What's Revachol? It's what you call a city. It's a great city. Right? What makes a Revachol great? History. They built the city to resolve history. Our part. Okay. Did they build this city on rock and roll? No. Okay. The nations of the Occident or migrant workers from Semnin and Illimara depend on your creed. When? In the Dolorian century, 380 years ago. Okay, so it's not that old. Right. Started on fertile, self-sufficient island, able to sustain up to 200 million people. That's a pretty fucking big island. Okay. So Martinez is 20 kilometers from the center of the world. Soldier 9 is a Bank of the World building. So she lowers her hand. The water, the light, it's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There's no recognition, only the immensity of the sea or the cold radiating from it. Yeah, let's observe the large body of water. Another thought. She observes your eyes scanning the horizon and breaks the silence. This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you? Alright. Okay, so we can ask the questions tomorrow. Right. But won't I be lazy if I don't do it now? Now let's continue later. Right. That's impossible. Okay. You seem rich. Can I have some money? Oh, do you know what we should do? Before we ask that, we should definitely smoke. Just to put our... Let's put our points up. Yeah, it's -1 in health. That's fine. Who cares about health anyway, right? So, just in case that helps us pass the check. Heal our health.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with at this late hour?
Right, you seem rich. Can I have some money? Is that what you want to say? But it isn't that easy, is it? Why not? Look at the lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes. Lustrous hair. A well-kempt yet tastefully short bob of dark hair. Despite the first hints of grey, she's elected to keep it au naturel. Yes. Now look at you, you misery-clad simian, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead and your underwear feels uncomfortable. You're poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too... I'm not ashamed. Oh, but you are. Too ashamed to ask this person for money. Too scared to belittle yourself in her eyes. Those half-precious stones of Odu Nil. Oh god, the lieutenant is here too. Do not dishonor the force. Okay. So, I got extra points towards this check because I have the Mazovian socio-economics approval and I've heard of billions. Voila, you're doing it. Really put your back into it, yell it from the top of your lungs. Okay. Smoking always makes you better at things because reasons. Yeah, because everyone knows smoking's cool. I mean, I want to yell money in her face, let's be honest, but let's go for that. How much money do you need? Hopefully not too much. I couldn't bring all of it with me. I wish it was that easy. She's surprisingly nonchalant about this. Could it be that she somehow knows more about your predicament than she's letting on? I mean, probably. Do we go realistic? Do we say 130? Or do we say 10,000? 10,000. Okay, alright. And even if I did, I still would not give you 10,000. I would rather buy something nice with it, like expensive hi-fi or new Hydrodynamique E40 sail. Yeah. Hi-fi, I like high-fidelity disco music too. I like high-fidelity anything, sir. She gives you a fast little smile. Now try again, but lower. Okay. 130. That's a good sum. Not too small, not fantastically large. She's literally just going to give us this money. Incredible. Amazing. She removes a few notes and hands them to you. The paper is cold and oily to the touch. Amazing. Yeah. Did you see how easy that was? Ask her for more. Toot toot, trade to Moneytown. This may seem like an odd behaviour for a police officer, ma'am, but it's a perfectly common side effect of his... He squints at you. Unusual medical episode. Yay! She gave me some more! Oh, she gave me $1 more. So, she returns the zip bag to her jacket. I hope I didn't just bribe you. It may not be technically illegal under the Emergency Act, but still. Yeah, I'm still getting my head around this whole money concept. You were just helping me out. You're right, ma'am. That donations are permitted under the Emergency Act, unseemly as it may be, as long as they're properly logged with the precinct. Which he most certainly will do. Okay. Right. That was really good. We've got... Let's start a thought before we head away for now. So, we've got 2 thoughts that we could start. One's 5 hours and one's 3 hours. This is derealization. It sounds dangerous. Revachol Special Administrative Region, Likalu, the Enceladin Ocean Coalition Government, Encelindian Mission Command. Name after name, and none of them is familiar. They seem real, but something is wrong. I feel like a kid looking at stickers on the fridge. Trouvant, the Apricot Company, World Games 34. You can almost see your hand reaching out for them. Scratch at the corners, see if they peel loose. This feels like the most important of all the thoughts, the one you truly must complete. Okay. That's interesting. What's this? The 15th Indo tribe. Wild Pines, Feld, Corpri, Tricentennial, Villers, and Lasalle, names of the Revacholian Indo tribes, spring into your head, set loose at the mention of wild pines. Royal monopolies, octopuses, and swordfish, most of them gone now. YBP, Expander, Saint Baptiste, Brightest Star, LUM, Resplendent, Ace Insulindic, Welter, and El Cassette. But isn't one missing? Wait, no, there were only 14. Well then, why do you feel like there was a 15th Indo tribe? Is this like the 21st member of the Beach Boys? This feels like a 21st member of the Beach Boys kind of thing. I think we'll go with the... Oh. Unlock a new slot. Oh, okay. Let's do that then. Let's use our point to unlock a new slot. Let's unlock that one. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna see what happens. I wonder if linking them up, that makes a difference. And how they all... and how it all works. So... yeah. That's a hell of a lot. That is a hell of a lot of stuff. We've got a lot done. We got another skill point which we used on our thoughts. That was good. That was really good. I think we might leave it there, pals. It's 9:15 now. That's at 3 hours. So like, do you know, I'm saying 3 hours as if it was ages. But I think we'll leave that. I need to go get some dinner. I need to go pee. I need to go and do some things. I'm really glad we did this tonight though. That was good. What is this telling me? Okay, don't pop up and tell me things when I'm doing something. That was really good fun. Sorry that we've not streamed recently. Things have just been a bit crazy, really. But yeah, I really enjoyed that today. I thought we got a lot of information. This game's huge, so I don't know how long we'll be playing it. I'm gonna try and get back to our like everyday weekday stream. We'll see how it goes, you know. But let's just make sure we've saved that. Yeah, the news farm. It's good to make sure. Yeah, that was really good. I really enjoyed that. Thank you all for joining me. Sorry, like I said, we've not been on recently, but you know, life happens. I'm gonna head off now. I'm gonna go for a pee. I hope everybody has a lovely day. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. I need to get like a newsreaders. I need to get like a newsreaders sign out. I'll work on that. For now, goodbye. I love you all. Mwah. See you later.